Ladies and gentlemen, it is here. I took a break from fighting people for toilet paper and now I am finally making the quickscoping tutorial. I will separate this video into a few different parts, the first part being settings, which is very important compared to other Call of Duty games, the second part being the class setup, the third and final part being the gameplay or tactics portion. Now, before we get into it, feel free to leave a like on the video as it helps this upload reach a lot more people. Make sure to subscribe for more content like this. With that said, let's get into the first part, which is the settings you want to use. When it comes to sensitivity, you really have to find out what works for yourself, but higher sensitivity obviously means that you can turn faster. Personally, I use 13 horizontal and 6 vertical. By having my vertical sensitivity very low, I'm able to keep my aim level at most times and won't shoot over people's heads while still being able to turn around faster than the well-being of the human race. Aim response curve type is most likely not set to linear, but set it to linear so your weapon doesn't sway all over the place while you are looking for your target. If you want your sniping to feel smooth and actually become better at FPS games, turn off your aim assist, but there is no shame in setting it to standard, and if you want hacks, use focusing. For gameplay, I would recommend anyone to turn down their brightness just a little bit because the game doesn't look as washed out and it's easier to see enemies in like open spaces. Film grain has to be off. All it does is make your visibility worse, and both motion blur settings should be disabled again to utilize that sweet thing called eyesight. Now to the class setup. As you can see, the sniper you use and the attachment you use it with highly impacts your aim down sight speed. To make it as quick and simple as possible, use every attachment that makes your aim down sight speed faster. I have made class setup videos for the Car 98K and the HDR, and I am posting the fastest class setup for every sniper very soon, so stay tuned for that. But like I said, just use every attachment that improves your ADS speed. And I would also recommend you use the throwing knife, because compared to other lethal grenades, you can do this. A very important stat in Modern Warfare and quickscoping in general is the sprint to fire speed, but there is not a single attachment to improve it on the snipers. Well, if you slide or jump shot, you don't have to worry about that, plus it is harder for your enemies to kill you when you're jumping and sliding all over the place. Like for example in this clip right here. And as you saw, I pre-aimed the last kill, but you can not only pre-aim with your sniper, you can also pre-aim with your throwing knife. Pre-aiming with your throwing knife doesn't work that often, but when you manage to pull it off, it looks really cool and everybody thinks that you're hacking. I can't teach you how to ride a unicycle if all you do is looking at Instagram models. So the most important thing is to actually practice and use snipers all the time. It will be annoying at first, but even in close range, as long as you hit your shots, the snipers are technically the best weapons in the game, so it will be worth it, especially whenever there are small map playlists like Shoot House or Shipment. Use snipers and your reaction time and quickscoping will improve very fast as long as you stick to it. There will be some halfway relevant videos on the screen right now. I will see you in the next video or in one of the videos you decide to click. And thank you for liking, subscribing, all that stuff, and goodbye.